I shan't be learning anything more.
You got half of that sentence, everybody. Hello! Eyes are way too tired to draw. My eyes can barely draw. I usually use my hands. Stop being facetious. We've just started the stream.
Chris, what the fuck?
Here I am being facetious. I haven't even finished my drawing yet.
Cat's just trying to make conversation, and you're going immediately out with the, well, I don't use my eyes to draw.
My young pedant self came out there, trying to bury him as deep as possible. I think after all these years I know how to draw a cat. Still don't.
You've drawn so many cats on stream.
Have I? Prove it. I'm not sure I've seen any.
So. Most of them are recognizable as cats, and others are recognizable as dogs.
Some of them are foxes, raccoons. It's like my French accent. It's everywhere but France.
Exactly.
Here's a little fan for Kitty.
Yeah. I mean, that's what we're going to do today, right?
Everyone forgot. Even I forgot.
I remember we said we'd do a thing, and that's as much as I remember.
Fanfic tropes.
Fanfic tropes. Yes, there was a generator and everything. Several, if I remember correctly.
Oh, it's cat. Yeah, it is cat.
Yeah.
It's a fanfic, Kenny.
Let me scroll up to...
Oh, even Bear forgot.
I was, honestly, last night when we were talking about drawing stuff on stream today, I was like, I know we said we were going to do a thing. What was it? We said, I'm pretty sure it was a thing.
It was.
I mean, I don't even have the excuse of being busy because my classes don't start until tomorrow. And those are classes I'm taking, not teaching, so I haven't had to prep for them. And one of them I can't prep for because the teacher still hasn't sent us any information about what's happening tomorrow.
Yay!
Perfect.
I miss. Right, so there are a few things what Ragdoll, yeah? And I'm not sure... I think we also came to the conclusion that we needed to do prep, which is great, because I'm sure we have.
Because everyone forgot what we were doing except Chib.
Yeah, but I didn't prep. That's a different issue.
I know it's random, but you vote Ulan x Jesse, oops, one bed. Oh no.
Oh no, just one bed. They generate a bunch of tags, and the fucking first one among them is like just the Dutch tag, and I feel targeted. There's also the mathematicians tag, which I don't know.
Dutch mathematician, eh?
Dutch mathematician.
Immediate
out the gate.
There's probably a Vanda something.
Okay. I scrolled up and grabbed the things that I had shared last time. All things considered, the one that's just straight off of the AO3, we can pull from, but I wouldn't suggest Crest display it on screen on account of how many TOS tags are going
I'm not showing
to show
nothing. Okay.
The other generators have like a tick mark for do you want any not safe for work ones, but not the others.
What does this mean? There's a tag generator here, one of the ones that Ragdoll shared, and it's got not safe for work, and rather than being like a checkbox, it's a drop-down list, and your choices for not safe for work are 0, 0.01, 0.1, 0.25, 0.5, 1, 2, 5.
I think it's weights, but also I'm not sure.
Why does it go beyond 1?
I don't know.
I just went to that tag generator and it generated the tag Fatal Flaw.
Oh!
I
Well, we know who you're drawing
I'm
then.
confused.
Well, the one I got was Stress Relief, so you draw Fatal Flaw Stress Relief.
Miles X Theo, Ulanix Jesse, KXK.
KXK,
Just
yeah.
self-love.
That's something
Not
K needs more of.
I mean, self-cessed is a thing in fandoms. Usually
Well-
in ones where it's fandoms where it's like, yeah, no, duplicating might just happen.
Well, yeah. Spoilers for Doctor Who.
I mean, that one you've also got time shenanigans, and sometimes it's legitimately the Doctor, and also the Doctor, and also the Doctor from different time
I got
frames.
Fatal Flaw again.
See, it's destined. No, it's fine, miss. Just remind me
Okay.
that K needs us to have a bit more self-love. Spiritually speaking.
So I clicked the button and I got Paladin's character-centric. Character is a good friend. Note that these characters are in parentheses as in its placeholder for a character name. Red String of Fate and post-canon. Because I had to generate 5. And I know Red String of Fate is the romance trope thing, but all I can think of is just cats playing with balls of string.
Yeah, why not? Okay. Ulanix Jesse, 1 bed. I'll do that. I'll start.
Oh no, what a shame.
Oh no, I also have the hiccups. I don't know if those come on stream.
I heard 1. That's it's fine. I'm just gonna return to my normal annoyance of like, what do you say when someone has hiccup? It's only sneezing you have a thing to say. We need an expression for all the other ones.
What do you say when someone has hiccups? My condolences.
Commiserations.
There.
Mary Hipkiss.
Mary
I
Hippopotamus.
don't think that's how that works.
There. Anyway, that's why you will hear me just make weird noises for a while.
Oh, I thought that was just the natural reaction to drawing Jesse and Ulan together.
Also fair.
I should probably also get a prompt. I've drawn my post canon.
How do you draw a bed?
God damn it.
Mary Hiccup. Hiccup Campus.
Bad. Are we all drawing beds? We have the same prompt?
I can also give you the 2 tags, forced bonding and anniversary. If you want those.
They're falling out just before their first anniversary trip. But they gotta go, they paid for it
There
now.
was always one bed trope always gets me a little bit. Maybe it's just because of how many times I've stayed in either hotel rooms or cabins where there's not a whole lot of space. Because, like, It's not that awkward sharing a bed with someone else.
No.
It's just a thing that happens in fanfic where it's like, oh, you're thinking of other things, which is making it awkward. Like literally with the trip I was on earlier in the month, we were out seeing family, but it was big family reunion, so it's like half of the family is going to have to get hotel rooms because we can't all stay at my uncle's place. They do not have enough beds. And so my dad and I got a hotel room with one bed in it, and he slept on one side and I slept on the other, and he woke me up at 6 in the morning because he wakes up at 6 in the morning. And then I went back to bed because I do not wake up at 6 in the morning. Yeah, there was only one bed because the artist could only be bothered to try and draw one.
Swim in your bookmark.
Yeah, like the absent crowds of the Sherlock games. I still think the funniest example of that, God, I think it was Birth by Sleep, one of the Kingdom Hearts games, where there's a scene for it's happening at the Colosseum, the Hercules world. And the only thing you really do when you go to that world in any of the games is like, oh, there's Colosseum competition type thingy. And was a thing where it's like, oh, you've won the competition, listen to the roaring crowd, and you've got the sound effect for the roaring crowd, and the camera's panning over an entirely empty audience. No one's in the seats. It's like you didn't have to make it that obvious.
No worries, miss, I have a similar thing every now and then. Accidentally ban someone when I'm trying to reply.
If it makes you feel any better, miss, I've been accidentally banned in someone else's chat for similar reasons of, oops, mod has fat fingers.
Oh, shock. Sorry for missing streams prior been on a painting. No worries. I was about to apologize for missing your stream today.
Wow, how dare you miss Shark's stream? I say as someone who wasn't there.
How big a bed? That's a weird. You don't read fanfics, so you can only go off stereotypes. I think that's true of most fanfics, right? They're like the stereotypes.
I mean, it's hobby art that is feeding into just whatever is making your brain go brrr, so... But also, Lewis, that is an excellent trope. We love ourselves a good, the grumpy one likes the nice one.
Two idiots in love. Again, we're gonna have to narrow that down.
Yeah, that's all the pairings. At least all the ones I have.
Pity nobody here has a grumpy and nice character.
Grumpy and nice character.
Cat and Rogue? Not your cat. Your pair is half an idiot.
I like how collectively they only make one half of an idiot. There's just not even enough brain cells for a whole idiot.
I guess there's multiple ways to take.
I mean, I don't think they have to include romantic partners, miss. There's a reason why the and... There's a distinction between and slash.
Is there?
On AO3.
Which one's which? In case I ever need to look anything up, which one's which?
Slash is romantic and is platonic.
Right. Cool.
Or at least that's how it should. Sociopaths in love.
That's how it's... That's how it's intended to be. There are some people who get confused.
Mm.
But yes, character slash character means it is some sort of romantic relationship. Sometimes an X is used instead, but if there is an ampersand in between them, that is implying that while the story is about the relationship between the two characters, it's either familial or platonic.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, usually you also just want to make sure there is a platonic tag in there, or like a blank and blank are friends, or blank and blank are siblings, or whatever, because that will really make things clear.
Oh, the bird dog. Lewis done painted a bird dog.
Good for Lewis. Enemies to friends to lovers, yes, wonderful.
All permutations. That's
Yeah.
Do all of those permutations exist as tags? Friends to enemies to lovers, that's a jump.
I mean, yeah. I think all permutations do exist, yes.
I'm very much gonna show my colours of knowing nothing about fanfiction here.
I mean, I have seen one tag that was friends to enemies to friends to lovers, and in the context, yeah, that makes sense.
That is what it is.
Like literally the only part of that's been added on for the fanfic is the last friends to lovers bit, but even then that's not that hard of a stretch because it's really easy to interpret those two characters as just the weird married couple of the group later on in the story. And eventually
Yeah.
I will be getting to that because that's two of the characters from Dragon Quest XI.
Also, sometimes you gotta consider that characters get divorced before they ever get married, and then they get back together.
Oh god, yeah, that's another friend of mine who's also played the God of War. We've joked a couple of times that Kratos and Freya are so married they're already divorced.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Because they got real strong divorced energy.
They do. I can see that. Classic divorce. I do always love the trope of we're divorced. No, we never got married. We've never even been in a romantic relationship. But we are divorced. It's a good dynamic, what can I say?
It's fine, don't worry about it. What's everyone else doing? Jesse.
Risked myself into drawing another profile. You think by now I would have gotten better at it, but I have not.
He comes bearing insults and also chocolate. Yeah, see, to me, some of the tags that are the funniest are the freestyle tags that aren't, like, attached to anything. Where it's just, this is the author just losing their goddamn mind.
Tags that don't really mean anything are very fun.
Yeah, Jesse blushes.
Although one that always amuses me to a bit, because it's one of those things of like, the words are similar, but the distinction matters. If you see a tag where it's like character name is a good dad, that usually means that okay, the fic is going to be about them doing
Horrendous
dad-like
shit.
stuff. They are definitely they
Oh,
may
no,
not
that's
be always
different.
succeeding, but they are very much trying at doing the dad stuff, and we salute them for it. But if it
Sorry.
says character names A+ parenting,
Yes, that's the one I was thinking of.
that means they're a piece of shit.
That means they're absolutely horrendous at parenting.
See, all these little social cues that you don't know from the outside.
Mhm.
Little shibboleths. You're fooling.
I mean, also just one of my favorite tags in general that tells you absolutely nothing about the story is just no beta, we die like blank. Blank referring to a character that's probably died within like the canon.
Yeah, Hades fandom has that a lot, partially because Zagreus dies a lot, so there's a lot of no beta, we die like Zagreus over and over and over again.
Exactly.
Is the beta referring to like beta readers?
Yes.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
So basically, they just sort of spat it all out and didn't get anything proofread and just posted it to make it everyone else's problem.
I admire the gump.
Yeah, John Chester's A+ parenting. Howard Stark's A+ parenting. Yep. Yep. Two characters, I've seen that.
You will learn a lot. Discovering a new and fantastic world. And in exchange, next week, we'll be doing maths prompts.
You already did all the Google names, Chris.
Well, honestly, no. I had a whole second video of names prepared for that. Didn't get around to doing.
You did all of them. I can't believe you left none for us.
But there's also like all the rest of maths. You know, Jeeb, do you want to draw a tits cone?
I think I draw those on occasion, yeah.
I still don't know what one of those is, but I saw it on a paper that was pinned to my university department wall.
God damn it, Bear.
What?
Sorry, I'm like struggling over here, and I zoom out and see whatever the fuck's going on there.
Bear that looks incredibly uncomfortable. none of those legs are where they probably should be.
Was there... Is that what you said? God damn it! I believe so.
Yeah.
Cat plays with string.
Bear, I don't believe you because I don't think either one of them are sleeping.
To be fair, we've seen how the boys sleep.
Fighting for my life right now. Apparently drawing is a thing of the past.
Oh, what did you just put there, Crisp? Oh, okay, yeah.
Very romantic, like lanky puppies. So romantic.
Puppy. Beds are longer than... Yeah, whatever. Something about the size of a bed. I just can't get it into my... And no, that does not mean that is a reason for me to draw more bed. I'm not doing bed, you're
Or beds.
I mean, I'm sure we can find you some real fancy ones to draw. Bedtober.
Bedtime. Just draw October having a lovely snooze for the whole...
Yeah, perfect. That's how you get some bed practice in there.
Radical oscillations between silliness and serious. What's serious? Serious business?
Yes.
Right. Cool.
Serious business, just remove all of the vowels and some of the consonants.
Yeah. There's more S's in there, I think. Oh no! It's always Spooky Cat. Hooray for washing away the spot. It's come to my attention, I do not know how to draw somebody punching something. Probably have looked up reference. Is this Boy Frank's fanfic trope?
Potentially.
Yes. We had the one bed one, and I also generated stress relief. So Kay's having a moment.
Good for Kay.
Say, I'm also now just looking up lists of unhinged tags. Including, author would like to reiterate that she is not Catholic.
Classic.
Makes more sense than this pillow needs to be comfier. That's probably how it started, and then it just sort of built up and up. Needs more dinosaurs! Exclamation. Apparently that's a tag. Yes, our tag correspondent Ragdoll and Kira. Ragdoll's our in-studio correspondent. Kira's on the scene.
Includes copious amounts of oblivious bitch syndrome.
For no particular reason, I'm just going to go and look at... Yeah.
I don't. I have no idea what you're talking about. Oblivious bitches? These two? Never.
To be fair, in at least one of their cases, I guess it's less oblivious and more just desperately trying to avoid the obvious. As far as my interpretation goes. But clearly we'll have to wait for episode 1 animatic properly.
And another one of those.
Trust me with that.
This one amuses me for a couple of meta reasons, because the tag is I IDK how to tag this because I'm winging this fic. But the thing is, you have to have at least posted one chapter, even if it's a multi-chapter thing, in order to tag a thing. So, like, you've written part of it already. That should give you an idea of at least a couple of tags you should be using.
Well, I don't think it does.
So this is a string of tags that got posted together because none of them make sense individually. Everybody dies. Fic is not as sad as the tags in Warning make it seem, at least in the author's humble opinion. Update. Author has been informed their humble opinion is wrong. Don't trust me, I'm a wizard.
Saving the day with explosives.
That feels right, given what I know about wizards derogatory.
Yeah.
So when are you
that
drawing
makes sense.
when you're drawing Nick.
I'm still figuring out this one.
So, various areas of fandom have adopted a meta tag called Dead Dove Do Not Eat, which basically means, hey, you know all those warning tags on there? Yeah, it's just that straight, no analysis of it. So if you don't want to just read that, don't click in here. Coming from the Arrested Development episode where there's a bag in the fridge that says "Dead Dove Do Not Eat" on it, and one of the characters takes the bag out of the fridge, looks at it in it, and goes, "I don't know what I was expecting," because there was a dead dove in the bag. And this one is a more specific version of that. I'm pretty sure I've tagged incest like 4 times, so if you still don't get it, I can't help you.
It's fair.
Yeah, fair enough. Like, at that point, it's on you, you know?
Nothing quite like the emotional trauma of a Tuesday afternoon.
Why specifically Tuesday?
You know what happens on Tuesdays.
First tag prompt tonight. 2 characters in a complex pose on the furniture that you somehow are clueless about despite sleeping on one every night of your life. I would like to point out that, while I agree with most of that statement, the complex pose thing was very much your idea.
Yeah, you did that.
I'm sorry to break it to you, but
Okay. Well, fuck it. This is as good as it's gonna get tonight, I guess.
And this is another one where it's like, yep, I've seen that happen, or at least overheard people go, "Oh no, how did this happen?" Somehow I accidentally got feelings into the comedy porn.
Yeah.
Like, the number of people that I know who's just kind of like, "I just wanted to write a smut fic, and now I've got 40 chapters and they haven't even slept together yet."
That will happen, see? That's just...
But I have to build up the lore first. It's like, no, you don't. But I do.
one of my favorite things about
fair enough.
one of my favorite things about the world is that it doesn't matter what area you decide to take of, you know, human exploration and knowledge and expression, it always goes way deeper than you think it does. And I'm learning a lot today.
Yeah.
About this
That's a
area
good
that
one.
I just
Families
thought
of choice, or at least semi-willing coercion. destruction, tax evasion.
Okay, new prompts. New fanfic tribe.
Let's blush. Let's blush. Yeah, you look at it. Right, let me go you ag.
Sometimes you think the other one is asleep, and the other one is very much not asleep. I will not sleep the rest of the night.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that everyone is alive is probably not an interesting prompt.
Everyone is alive. No.
But also,
not
it is a
yet, at
tag that
least.
tells you something.
Sure. I mean, I don't know how many of these to give you, but I got a bunch. The one that immediately springs out to me is Horseman of the Apocalypse. You want to draw your characters like Horseman of the Apocalypse? Go ahead. I'm sure Jupiter's lot would love it.
I wrote Skeletons in the Closet and Snafu.
Then what now?
Which, for those who do not know,
Me.
SNAFU is an acronym used mostly in the military. It is shorthand for Situation Normal, All Fucked Up.
Yeah, everyone is a good tag. It's just that it's not an interesting tag to draw. Especially when nobody has died yet, because this is not a thing. It's not a series yet, so...
Yeah. Okay, you can go for one of the other ones, like Summer Vacation.
I already did that.
Fine, lasers.
They went to the beach.
Lasers on Summer Vacation. There you go. Oh, medieval era. How about that? Medieval Fatal Flaw.
Oh.
Also
You were
dinosaur.
saying, oh.
Oh.
Oh?
Just
Oh.
move to the next page.
Just move to the... What's on the next page, Kira?
Stuff. Oh, okay, Kira's going.
Yes, Cat, very much so.
Oh god. Yeah, Mrs. Description of tags. This was meant to be smut, but then I had to get to the smut. One thing led to another, and now there's multiple chapters.
Every relationship should start with burning down the bed.
Beautiful.
That's just a description of Fatal Flaw.
I'll have a look for more specific one. Morse code? What?
Curiosity didn't kill the cat, but it did give it untreatable mental anguish.
What do you mean possible character death? You know or you don't? Schrodinger's fic.
I mean, I've read enough stuff with superhero comics to know that death is one of those weird things that sometimes doesn't stick.
Well, yeah. I've watched Doctor Who, I know.
Oh,
But just because it doesn't stick doesn't mean it doesn't happen.
true.
Well, that's a fun one. Tight spaces.
Tight spaces.
Ulan and Jesse go spelunking.
course, the tag that describes pretty much all of our faves. They are both stupid, Your Honor.
Oh,
They're always stupid. That's what makes it fun. Handcuffed.
also fatal.
Is that a suggestion or?
I mean, combine it with the tight spaces. They're handcuffed together, trying to sneak out. Very
Oh, see?
difficult.
See, a story's formed
Okay.
in this smut.
I mean, I cannot draw smut on stream, so, you know.
What do you mean? Look at those blushes.
That's not smut.
If that's not smut, I don't know what is, and that probably says more about
You
me.
don't know what smut is.
I know what smut is. There's a reason I added this. I'm going to allow it. I'm going to allow. Why? It seems to pick up on bear more than any. The auto mod.
I mean, at least this is a sentence where you could contrive, hey, I can see why Automod would take offense to that, unlike, you know, the baby dinosaurs.
I know, but I feel like surely that must have been said before. Surely that combination of words has already been said in. Yeah.
You dumb
Similar thing.
fuckers.
Again,
Well,
remember our characters.
yeah.
See, I'm now just reminded of...
This is the second scream in a row I've drawn something exploding into feathers. Also, regarding smut. Rated E for graphic violence and eventual smut. Like eventual. Just like patiently waiting for it like a bus. Oh. Nope, this one got held as well. Oh, that one didn't have the full stop, so obviously it's a different phrase.
Yeah, obviously. Honestly, Chris, you should know this by now.
Punctuation completely changes the context.
Mm-hmm.
You expect robots to understand context?
No, but I expect a switch on the robot to let me just go stop it. Like, I know all about the issues of putting off switches on robots. But at this point, I don't think Automod is smart enough for that to be an issue. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I sure hope not. But apparently there was at least one large language model whose response to being given the prompt "you're going to be shut down" was to blackmail the prompter.
Ooh, fun.
Or at least attempt to write a message where it's like, this sounds like a blackmail. And it's like, okay.
We're making fun.
All the more reason to shut it down.
Speaking of reasons, what do I do? More tag. One of the tags I have here is Constant.
Well, Constantinople.
But not Istanbul?
No, it's not Istanbul, it's Constantinople.
Hmm.
Yeah, let's see.
I know I shouldn't be telling anybody, what to name locations that they live in, but Constantinople's just so fun to say. Like, Istanbul's nice, but Constantinople, it's got a bounce to it.
Let's see, what fun tags do we have? Corruption arc. Vampire AU.
Drunk dwarves.
I mean, given how much ale we drank in Return to Morio, I don't think we can argue against that.
Heresy.
Interesting.
So I'm looking through a list of tags that are generated by AO3's native random tag generator, and one of the ones tagged in here is future tense.
Okay.
Okay. Jazz age.
Jazzy.
Can you do anything with any of these?
I'm trying to think. Zombies, the nice kind, temporary character death. What a combination.
Carnival.
Honestly, this was written for an audience of me, but you're all welcome to read. That is
Beautiful. Love that for them.
Superpowers. Oblivious character.
Once again, just yeah.
Pining character.
Keep zooming. Oh, here's one for you, Jeeb. Goat farm.
Why is that for me?
You have a goat character. Which I guess I do too.
And you expect them to farm?
Yeah. Goat can do a lot. I'm not sure if goat can farm.
Goat can keep the grass clipped. It's like I slap you in the face and then give you a little kiss on the cheek. It's very specific. IKEA.
Just going through my own bookmarks and just seeing people will die, but that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
Murder mystery at IKEA. Maybe. That's the fourth Benoit Blanc film. Speaking of which, the third one got a trailer. Wake up,
Everyone
dead man.
needs hugs, followed by some people get hugs. Just some.
Oh, here's one for you, Chief. Mrs. Gut. Canon typical man whoring. Crime and violence as healthy bonding
Jupiter?
Dare I ask what noodle incidents means?
An incident that is referenced but never explained.
Right, okay.
We're
That
not
I don't think got
dismembering
started in
people on
fanfic.
screen, we're just
Um,
experiencing the consequences of our actions.
Oh, I've got poor dwarves here. So evidently, they spent all their money on alcohol. Problematic bingo.
yeah,
Package deal adoption.
I want to say Noodle Incident is a reference to something that is a reference to a Calvin and Hobbes comic that's just sort of been absorbed into fandom because we do a lot of referential humor here. But I'd have to look it up.
Sharks.
Just sharks.
Jeeb, I challenge you to do this one. Word count 100,000 to 150,000.
Hey, now.
I'm bad at summaries.
That's a great one. Ironically. Yowie on ice.
No beta, we die
yeah.
like blank just means that it is a very unedited work and they are not going to bother having someone else look over it.
And Yaoi on Ice is probably a reference to Yuri on Ice. Which is an anime, very notoriously gay.
I know, I just like the idea of like two guys on ice skates just like running past each other and doing a very quick like drive-by smooch.
You say that, but if I remember correctly, the last cinematic animation is the two of them dancing together on ice, and they do pull a like ice skate by each other, caress cheek.
No.
Yeah.
That one was wild to be around because like everyone was sort of expecting, okay, it's another it's gonna be another one of those ship bait sports anime where like they're just sort of teasing the audience and nothing's going to ever happen. And then we find out, no. Victor has sort of assumed this whole time that yeah, we're more or less engaged now because of an event where Yuri got drunk and then pole danced and then flirted with him, and then Victor just kind of went, okay, heart eyes now, I'm now going to move out of Russia to go be with this man. And Yuri remembers none of that because he was blackout drunk.
Is that the plot?
Interesting.
I actually never watched Yuri on Ice.
Okay, so the main overarching plot is our two main characters. We've got Victor, who is an ice skater from Russia or somewhere.
Yeah,
sort of
I know
Russia,
that much.
I don't know exactly where. And Yuri, who's an ice skater from Japan, who's sort of been in a bit of a slump. So he's staying at his parents' place. They own an inn. I think it's an inn.
Yeah.
Traditionally
I believe
type
so.
in the Hot Springs. And he knows of Victor, because, famous ice skater, really well known. But from his recollection, he's never really met him. And then Victor just sort of shows up in his life one day, a la just like manic pixie dream girl. Flirts with him a lot, convinces him to get back into ice skating, and is like, I will be your coach.
Yeah.
And it goes through all of that nonsense. But one of the twists at the end is it turns out it's like, no. Victor is serious about this. He is head over heels for who he is also seeing as the manic pixie dream girl who just came into his life and changed everything. Because at a, get together after an event, Yuri got blackout drunk and then just pole danced learning a lot with Victor, who was also having a slump at the time, turned Victor's life around, and now Victor was like, cool, I'm now going to go to Japan to be with what he's thinking of as his manic pixie dream girl that turned his life around. So, like, they're idiots, Your Honor.
Perfect. No notes. I get why people were crazy over it.
Ragdoll, you're making this sound so much better than it was.
I mean, is it perfect? No. There's definitely some parts of the plot where I'm just kind of like, yeah, this again. But that twist there at the end, especially being around other fans who were sort of used to this sort of thing and weren't like expecting to get much out of this, and a lot of us don't generally. There's a lot of people who are just kind of like, yeah, I ship it. No, I don't care if it's canon. That's not the point.
I mean, it also
then it became canon, and everyone was just kind of like, what?
Yeah, it also, like, came out at, like, the height of, like, all the sports anime phase. Just, like, Haikyuu was big, like, there's so many. I have, like, Free, like,
oh yeah, Free was a big one, especially when it comes to the ship teasing stuff.
Oh, yeah, but Free was also just crazy. I mean... which other sport? I mean, Kuroko no Basketball was before that, but it did have, like, a slight overlap with everything. I watched so many of them in that era. Do I remember half of them? No.
The only ones I know...
Stride.
IQ and Super Strikers, and that's because of G.
Super Strikers is not an anime, but
it is
thank you.
It is to me. Chapter 2 is a long digression about cows, also trauma. Sometimes the trauma involves cows.
I mean, I've been around cows, and that's fair. And yeah, Bear's right. The fandom for Yuri on Ice went wild and made some great art out of it. The anime itself was fine. I mainly just sit here and go, that was a wild choice for that twist there at the ending. But that's mainly because I find it very funny when both of the leads are like, this is my manic pixie dream girl who came into my life randomly and changed my life.
Also, as someone who never watched Yuri on Ice, the fucking intro slaps. That song was everywhere, and I know it, and so many people were singing it at the columns when it was big, and it was really good, I have to admit. Or at least it was memorable, also because it was in English when all the other intros were in Japanese, but you know. It was also just very catchy. Tag for Nyx, bombs.
The dove is not fully dead, but it's not doing great.
So, eat dove or no? I don't think you should eat the dove still.
Yeah, even if it's, you know... Who put this plot in my... You did.
Graphic depiction of farm chores.
Makes sense, okay.
I was already contemplating goat act and doing some farming. Guess I thought
Goat is doing most of the farming in that situation, I feel like.
Sorry if I occasionally pause my arm saying no. Funnily enough, not the drawing bits. We're doing video editing stuff, which means I've been using a mouse all. That's what's playing. I'm doing so well.
Certain.
I'm doing so well at looking after my body that I know all of the individual tendons and muscles and how I screw them up.
Well, don't use a mouse anymore, I guess.
Never use a mouse.
You try getting.
You should know better, Chris.
You try getting precision with anything other than a mouse in video.
Fair enough.
Mutual pining, they're both. Again, I'm just gonna zoom in.
Stop zooming in on my guys. I know what you're doing.
Team Rocket has one brain cell between them and it belongs to Arb.
No, I think that's fair.
And Arbok left to go take care of some Ekans.
Oh, really?
Author is 100% certain they are not a psychopath. Sure.
I believe that.
Character or the author?
God, it's just really not a profile type of day, is it?
Leaving room between tags for the Lord, amen. Oh, miss. Whatever the opposite of a slow burn is, a speed run.
Explosion, kiss.
And in typical badassery. Heck yeah.
Love that. Stop putting in text boxes.
Huh?
I just make my sunshine boys suffer. I am sorry. It will happen again.
Also fair.
I fixed it. 7 tags later. I lied. I didn't fix it. I think I made it worse.
But she does choke a man because it's feudal politics.
That's something to have without context. Just, yep. Feudal politics.
learning French. Censored French. Not safe for Britons.
Calling out folks with this one. I wrote this instead of sleeping.
When you are possessed by writing demons, and they won't leave you alone.
Yeah, fair enough.
I can draw December if you want.
These are all actually fics that December is writing.
Not gonna lie, I wrote this to make myself laugh first and foremost.
Fix that I'm right.
Bilingual sneezing. What?
What? You using onomatopoeias from other languages?
I guess. I mean, I'm just looking at a list of tags. I'm not looking at the pic itself, so I guess I could go look up that tag for the pic. Because I don't imagine too many fics are tagged like that. But then again, you never know.
I think I did.
It's Squimch. It's holding the hands. Oh, handcuffs.
They have been put into a situation.
You're hiding in a locker?
They're in a situation. I've put them in a situation.
They're
being besties.
They got friendship bracelets and everything.
Yeah. Friendship bracelets, and they're just so normal about it, is the thing. Because all my OCs are always just so normal about things.
Absolutely.
You cannot prove otherwise.
Miss asked an excellent question. Who are they going to for help? Because nobody is going to let them live that down.
God, I have no idea. I don't know who would they go to. They would not go to Jupiter, and you know that. Yeah, you're assuming they would go to someone for help. I just need to get out of this situation specifically, and then Mulan will just take care of it.
They will go to somewhere that sells hacksaw.
Yeah.
Pluto, because he's the only one who doesn't care. I mean, fair.
Fair, but that would also assume that Pluto would help. I hack computers. I don't know how to pick locks. He absolutely knows how to pick. He absolutely knows how to pick locks. Yeah. Just that he probably won't.
Can you truly be a computer nerd if you don't own at least one set of lockpicks?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Pluto knows everyone's nerd because everyone knows Pluto doesn't need that. Vault of secrets and can't be out. Pluto can destroy this entire story from the inside, but is too dehydrated to do anything about it. Hydrobot's doing their best, gosh darn it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Team bonding, everyone suffers.
I mean, Pluto does know more than he probably should, but I don't think everyone goes to him. Because Pluto is also just an uncaring piece of fucking shit, so...
That's how you really feel.
And yeah, he doesn't care, but also... he is judging you. And he will be mean about it.
Okay, this tag amuses me on a couple of levels. The slight sexualization of Father Christmas was an accident.
What?
Sure. That sometimes happens.
I saw Mommy kissing Santa Claus. Science says foreplay. Well, I don't know what fic in particular that's attached to, but I know an entire fandom where that's just the default state.
Doctor Who, the Rani? Hojo, Final Fantasy.
Oh,
mean,
miss,
potentially.
you know that's not Slide.
Not wrong.
Okay, this one I might have to look up because I'm sitting here going, what? Canon typical behavior, not cannibalism. The not cannibalism is in parentheses. So...
Hannibal?
Well, this is canon typical, right? So it's got to be
yeah,
something
so
where
we've
there
got
isn't
canon
cannibalism in
typical behavior, parentheses, not cannibalism.
Yeah.
it.
I'm gonna assume it's Hannibal.
It's one of those things. It's like asbestos-free cereal. Like theoretically, most canon behavior is non-canon. So why are you specifying?
Exactly. I hate these tags, but for this fic, it's literally the whole point.
Okay. Any more tags or other characters?
Let's have a look. What are we? Keep getting apocalypse.
There's a folder on my desktop called Extended Shitpost that I made just for this.
Cat cafe. Send Bo to a cat cafe. Just for me. I just think Bo would have a nice time.
Oh, covered in cats.
Sure.
Couples who get kidnapped together stay together and all that jazz.
Improper use of Catholic rituals.
Sure. That might as well happen.
I mean, I feel like that's most use of Catholic rituals, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
And also, Bear, yes, I did see that tag and went, yeah, I need to say this out loud and call Bear out specifically. And Kiro, I don't know what anime you're thinking of, but the one that came to mind immediately was Tokyo Ghoul, but also there's more than one thing I can think of where, like, cannibalism is a thing.
Yeah. Tokyo Ghoul also comes to mind immediately. Also a banger theme. And also one that at least someone at the con will try. Oh, that's a big orange line. Right through Bo's face.
No Bo.
No Bo. Sorry, Chris. No Bo.
No Bo. Oh, I found one for my the Hitman fix. Frisking. I found another one for my Hitman fix. Little black dress.
Yes. Let Agent 47 wear a dress.
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah, let him wear a dress.
You're already drawing Bo. I don't know why I'm still looking at things. I've just realized
This one's...
Go ahead.
This one's fun to me. Despite the title, there is no disembowelment. It's a metaphor.
Oh, nice.
Good to clarify.
Yeah, I think I forgot to explain why I'm drawing this. I may have forgotten the exact tag that was. It was something like almost kissing, something like that. And I think I know what that normally means, but this was the first image that popped into my head.
And you were correct.
Yeah, Kiro's right. Could also be they're idiots, Your Honor.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, that's just a given, I think, for them.
Yeah.
Flirting by means of psychological warfare.
By means of. Like, not...
Sure.
I can understand if, like, flirting develops into psychological warfare, but you start with psychological warfare and then it turns to flirting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
What's the issue?
Enemies to lovers, baby. Family bonding, the only way they know how. Threatening to kill each other.
Yeah, that's so many of them.
Oh, I don't know if this is going to make much sense to anyone who's not out of the US. Hell is real and Alabama doesn't exist.
I do know the Hellas real sign in I don't know which states it's in. Like, Ohio? Or something like that.
Ohio!
There's just a sign that says Hellas real. And there's another sign like across the road that says something like you're going to hell. Or so.
I mean, the fun thing is, Cheeb, you've just described many small state highways across many rural areas in the United States. Like, pick a direction, I will drive across a state highway and I will eventually find a sign that is just vaguely threatening religious iconography.
Yeah, it's
That was right.
yeah, there's a sign in Ohio which just says hell is real, and on the back are the 10 commandments.
I get the implication, but it does make it seem like hell is real following these. Like... like, without any further explanation, that could be misinterpreted.
Yeah.
Hell is real, just try doing this.
I mean, the fun thing is, if that is how the sign is set up, if it's on a state highway, you're not seeing the back of it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The other sign, like, across the street from Hell is Real is, if you died today, where would you spend eternity? So again, on one side of the road, you see, if you die today, where would you spend eternity? On the other side, there is Hell is Real, and then on the back of them, there's the 10 Commandments. which you cannot see.
Less Jesus, more Jesus.
Yeah, like I said, just go to any state highway, drive until you are no longer in a city, and eventually you will just see a sign like that with vaguely threatening religious iconography.
Do you sometimes wonder if America is real? I know you live there, but
Kira just wrote everything is
There's
awful.
lots of places here that are like really weird litmus spaces, so yeah.
Kira just wrote everything is awful and everyone dies, but they can fix it maybe. And I'm assuming they're tags, but it sounds like another one of those signs. Front face, everything's awful and everyone dies. Back face, but they can fix it maybe? God.
Does he die? Who knows?
That sounds annoying. Like, Jesus, is that how you drive? Anyway, thank you for Cat Cafe Bow.
yeah, is this what you wanted?
Yes. yes.
Let Bo have a nice time.
Oh, okay. I really misinterpreted what was going on here. I thought like, well, the clothing arrangement was different. Turns out there's more lines down here.
Very important lines.
Okay, this one's unrelated to the fic at all, but it is still funny to me. Literal police sirens went off as soon as I posted this.
Fun.
That goes right along with I don't know if you've ever seen any of these, but not only are there things where it's like, here are some unhinged tags people put on their fic, there's also, here's some unhinged author's notes.
I love unhinged author's notes. Please give me all the fics written by people who just fucking had near-death experiences and are in the hospital, but they had to just write this chapter. That's how you know it's good.
I did see one that was like, sorry, this chapter's late. I got shot. But on the plus side, I can now accurately describe how getting shot feels.
Yeah, exactly. Right, that's Cat Cafe Bow.
Cat Cafe Bow.
This one's funny. At some point, a mermaid eats a lemon.
Yeah.
At some point, you'll never know when.
You'll never know when.
Just in the middle of the bar scene, suddenly, mermaid pops up.
Eating a lemon.
And then disappears forever.
That's also just a funny image in general. Or maybe that's just because I've seen too many like little videos of people like offering their pets to like, hey, lick this lemon, and the pet has a completely understandable reaction on account of the fact that, you know, lemons are sour.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Kira. No, I saw somebody posted it on Tumblr, so no, it was a real.
She sees the red flags, but it's such a pretty shade of red. Fluff and
Yeah.
fluff and fluff and fluff and fluff and fluff and fluff. Then angst. Good luck.
Well, I know where to stop. Elven parties. Wow, must be a right. Wild. Oh, my favourite tag. Episode Series 6, Episode 15.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's a good one. Would you have the confidence on your fic to use the tag good writing?
No.
The kind of mutual pining where one half is too dumb to realize he's pining.
Yeah.
I'm going to zoom over here.
Stop zooming! I already know they're idiots.
A bullet wound can be a metaphor for love.
Don't zoom in again.
not gonna not that quickly anyway. Kindness. Otters.
No one tops, they're just fighting like feral cats.
Force Ulan and Jesse into the healthy communication tag and watch them suffer.
They are not in that tag, and you know it.
Okay, question. So
that's at least 47 chapters away.
Yeah, small question. This tag thing I have here is the bigger the tag, presumably the more popular it is. And a relatively big one, surprisingly big, I would say, is pumpkins. Does that mean anything, or is it just pumpkins?
I think it's just pumpkin.
It's just people just like pumpkin.
I mean,
unless it means something specific to a specific fandom, that's just pumpkin.
I mean, you also gotta take into consideration that, like, Halloween fanfic events and such are a thing. Like, you know, like, thematic fanfic events. And I imagine pumpkins come up a lot in that.
I would like you to bear in mind that I find it difficult to bear things in mind that I didn't know existed. So thank you for informing.
Now you know, like.
Now I know.
Thematic, like, fanfic events are very much a thing of, like, Halloween or, like, Valentine's Day or whatnot, so.
Cat and
Tag
Rose,
for Ella, Moira, and honestly every female character. Women being awesome.
Cat and Rose Halloween. You've already seen that, Miss. I drew that for you.
Speaking of witches, one of the tags here is spell failure.
Yeah, that's cropped up a couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
here's one for you, Kiro. Baseball idiots.
Yeah.
And here's one that just says cows.
Cows! I had otters.
Cows and otters.
Cows and otters. There are so many of these that I'm obviously not going to read out, but I keep looking at them and going, I know what I think that means, but I bet it doesn't mean.
Chick flick
That's
moments.
correct.
So this is why we needed to do this in advance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, next time we won't forget.
The Great
I like how
Depression.
one of these tags is just Turkish.
Here's a tag: boats and ships. I would tag depressing, immediately followed by detectives.
Well, yeah, but that's because the native AO3 one is alphabetical.
Mm. No, I know, but that's just funny.
Yeah.
Miss has a question about your idiots, Chief. Is Ulan taller than Jesse?
Yes. Ulan is the tallest out of the entire cast, and Jesse is not. Let me clarify that further. Jesse is like pretty average height. Ulan is just freakishly tall.
Let's go back to our
This
previous
one,
established height measurement of like who's tid high to who.
this one amuses me, and I suspect I know exactly what it's from. Hockey typical violence.
Yeah, that makes sense. Also, you gotta keep in mind that when I say average height, my average height measurement might be a little bit skewed towards the tall end of the spectrum.
Yeah,
Because Cheeb lives in a land of giants.
yeah, I kind of noticed that when doing my height chart of like, I think all of these characters are like 6 foot. I don't think that's true. The land of
I am short from a Dutch perspective.
Bear, are you just gonna write out the plot to the Henchman's Guide in AO3 tags now?
Sounds about right.
Inspired by Shakespeare.
Beware of the French.
Beware the French. Oh, not what it looks like. That's a fun.
Pickup lines.
Personal ads.
Accidental relationship. You know, fake dating AUs are always kind of fun.
Weaponized flirting.
What are you in? How tall are you again, Kat? I think there should be more as well, Kira. 158. You would be considered short. uh,
And yes, Cat, personal ads is a tag.
Cause yeah, as a like general reminder, like the average height for women in Netherlands is like 170 centimeters, something like that. So, which is the average. Which means they're shorter, there are also a lot that are taller than that. So yeah, you'd be like 10 centimeters below average. Roughly. And that's why all my heights will be
Oh.
skewed towards the tall end.
They're idiots, my lord. I mean, yeah. That's fair. This starts off so sweet and gets so evil so fast.
My brain went weird and just mashed two of the tags together that I saw that I generated and just ended up with historical shovel talk. And I don't know what that would imply.
Gonna talk about the history of shovels.
Sure.
I mean, but also that sounds amazing.
Yeah, it does.
Also, what's shovel talk? Is that a thing?
It's usually when a character, usually like a parental figure, gets protective over someone dating their child. And like gives the other like a talk of like, if you hurt X, you will die. I will kill you.
Like, if you hurt this person, I will bury you in the backyard with a shovel.
Yeah.
Okay. I was thinking, like, I don't know why I thought this would be a fanfic tag, but the kind of conversation that two gravediggers would have. That's the thing that came to my mind.
I mean, there's plenty of weird meta stuff in fanfic. I'm sure someone's also either thought that or done that.
Yeah. That's an interesting tag. Everyone is human. It's not
I
interesting
mean,
for Fatal Flaw, but it is interesting for other
It's
things.
an interesting fanfic for cats.
I mean, I'm not surprised by that one, but also I was sort of in and around the Homestuck fandom during its heyday, so.
Yeah. Jesse tried that once, and then his sister did it back to him, and he's never done it since. Correct. I'm glad you read them so well. Do I have more couples? Like, why did I forget every single couple I had? Except for Ulan and Jesse only. I have more than that, right?
Yeah, you've got Mogs and insert person here.
No, then you get into all the tags we cannot show on Twitch.
True.
Who's Jupiter with? Currently, no one, I think. Well, it's complicated.
Jupiter's still
But
trying to work
was
out
with
why Ulan
Ulan.
doesn't want him back.
His partner's in the microwave. No, his partner is in situations with Jesse. We should talk to Toe. What are you gonna talk to Toe about? An intervention for who? What about? Why for me? Also, you're expecting a lot from Toe if you expect them not to encourage my bullshit.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I was about
What
to
am I
say,
go-
like, I feel like Toe is going to enable some of these shenanigans.
What am I going too far with? With Ulan and Jesse being in situations? Because they're gonna be continue to be in situations. I mean, like, Toe and I came up with Jupiter together, so I think that's your problem number one. They need to be in fluff. That's the thing about fanfic, miss. You can make them be in fluff. You can give Jesse the Jesse and Ulan the florist X tattoo artist fanfic they deserve.
Which one's which?
Is that why I kept seeing the tag florist?
Yeah, because that's like a
Potentially.
very popular like AU. Like
Okay.
it's florist X tattoo artist, and usually it's whichever one you think for them, flip them.
K tattoo artist. Yay,
Coffee shop AU also, yes. Those are the fluff AUs usually. Mulan is the florist because it's funnier. Mm.
Functioning keyboard AU.
Just for miss.
But yes, no, miss, you are correct. Cat does love cat's nonsense. The cat does love Rose's nonsense. I can speak.
You can speak just as well as Miss can type.
That's reasonable. Oh, your Bluetooth keyboard didn't have much charge, yeah. Fucking oh hello.
Okay.
There
I
you
need a new tag.
need new tags.
Renaissance fairs.
Renfair. Am I foreshortening on stream? Well, I wasn't trying to. But just sort of happened that way.
To go along with the lines of everyone being a fan of both weird families and idiot characters, the pack being idiots.
Yes, always.
This plot grew legs.
That's how I feel every time I try and write something. The plot has grown legs and walked away from me.
Yeah, that seems fair.
I mean, I don't think it's used so much anymore, but there used to be a phrase in fandom that was like, oh, the plot bunnies. Basically, the idea is you have one idea and then they just start breeding more ideas.
Ooh, hurt comfort is always a good one. As long as there's comfort, I'm not that much of a fan of just the like hurt or bump.
Yeah, what does wump mean? I've heard that one before. It just makes me because it sounds to me like you just lost on a game show.
Yes.
You mean
I don't
not
know
inaccurate.
I don't know specifically what it means, but it usually is used for fanfics that have like a lot of angst and a character hurting and for a longer time. Things be bad. Yeah. Character is suffering.
I remember correctly, one of the earlier fandoms that was a thing with was the Stargate fandom.
Oh, really?
I love this tag that's just, what have I done?
No, that's a mood.
Emotional roller coaster.
So many good spicy
yes,
ones we
miss.
don't make focus on Guppy.
Smut Riders do have a very wondrous sense of humor, but also Twitch TOS, so...
Send them to me specifically.
I was gonna say, if you want to share them, you can always, like, spoiler them in Discord.
Author has regrets. Author regrets nothing. The two states of being for authors, and you'll just oscillate between them wildly.
Author has regrets, and they got nothing to do with this story, baby.
Miss, in that one, I love the tag bureaucracy followed by that's the scariest tag of all.
It's kind of like A Christmas Carol, except with gay furries committing war crimes.
It's like the Muppets Christmas Carol.
Yeah, potentially. This is garbage, and so am I. Okay, this one's technically a not safe for work tag, but it is very funny to me. And there's nothing in the tag that's explicit. Interrupting sex to ask if they turned off the oven.
It's priority.
Sleeping in black holes to avoid your feelings. Some sci-fi nonsense there.
I just read Mrs. spoiling one in this.
Everybody dies, don't worry about it. So another fun theme that pops up if you've read enough fic is people who have weirdly specific knowledge of things for various reasons. Note brought on by this tag. No, really, I did so much research on the history of peach cultivation for this fic.
Yeah. I mean, I can't say I've been there exactly, but I have had far too many like research open on my PC just for a fic, just so many.
Yeah, the fun thing is I have binned the research. There was a writer I'd been following for a while who knew that I did mathematics and probability stuff, was like, okay, I need to know what the probability of this is. It's for like one line, but I want it to be right. And it's like, okay,
Yeah.
hold on.
Dealing with...
Death is just a suggestion. Yeah. They're fucking awful to each other, and you can't fix them.
That's a challenge.
Mulan and Jupiter. You shouldn't fix them.
Yeah.
You can't, and also you shouldn't.
Alt fic title was, fellas, is it gay to tentatively patch a homie's wounds? Now see, this one feels like it's a lie. Happy ending guaranteed or your money back.
I mean, if you phrase it like that, it's definitely like... Guaranteed? Are you sure?
Miss is making demands for tenderly patching up the homie's wounds.
Idiots patch each other up, sure. I mean, I am drawing something right now, so I will go after that.
Let's
Or
draw.
once I give up on this, because I cannot figure it out.
Unorthodox cooking method. What's going on? Or is it a Z?
Well, one of the fanfic tropes I know of is baking together. And usually they're very sweet and comforting, and then I just thought of Nick trying to help and it turned anything but.
I mean, the fun thing is, blowtorches are sometimes the thing you find in kitchens.
And that's enough of an
exactly.
excuse.
And they are used for some baking things.
I just see what's going on with Beth. Sorry.
Well, that's one way to be handcuffed together.
Is it strictly a handcuff at that point?
And foot cuffed. Your Honor.
Cat is the third tallest woman in the family.
They're not exactly well-adjusted individuals in this, but they're having a good time regardless.
Are you talking about Bear's drawing, or?
Talking about my drawing?
No, that's just a tag. Which describes a couple of drawings. Also featuring two bisexual disasters trying their best. Trying it their best, all being in all caps.
Anyway, this was the first thing I thought when I saw the tag. It's not what it looks like. And now you start to get introduced to Rose's sense of humor.
Perfect. No notes.
Seems an tutorial. Yeah, what else have we got going on tags wise? Anything fun? Belgium country.
It's probably Italia.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right, yeah. The specification was what got me. I forgot. Zooms in on everyone, so see.
Character's little shit zooms in on Miss.
I know this is probably in relation to, like, character relationships specifically, but the fact that the biggest tag I have on here at the moment is doubt is just kind of funny to me. The story contains people just doubting themselves. The story is all
Yeah.
about
I mean, it could
imposter
also be a
syndrome.
reference to the press X to doubt meme. This tag is kind of fluffy and sweet. Bro, can I kiss you beneath the desert lights and make you realize you've loved me forever?
No. There's one here, Flufftober, which I'm imagining has got to do with, you know, an October challenge of writing fluff. But it just makes me want to draw my characters through October with fluffy hair.
I mean, you can do that. You do have the power.
I have the
Nobody's
power,
stopping you.
but I have been burned before on using other people's hashtags for October challenges. So
Fair enough.
I mean, you don't have to
Chocotober
tag
sure
it. You
scarred
can just
you.
draw it. Just draw a fluffy October.
speaking of fluffy thing, I discovered that there is an animal. I've forgotten its name. What was it called?
Good
Miss?
start.
Hang on. I have to go into DM. Fine. The silky anteater. Everyone look up the silky anteater.
Oh boy.
That's sure is an animal.
Look at him! Look them in the face.
He looks like someone rolled him in glitter. But also his face makes it look like he is very annoyed about that fact. And these squinty eyes. That sure is a creature.
It's a creature.
Creature.
What's he? Big fan. Such a big fan, I forgot the name. A big.
Yeah, you know, that shows how big of a fan you are.
He stand? Oh, he's sleepy.
This is doing the squinty eyes.
Have them on your animal's Pinterest. You have Taste Cat. I'm now comparing the size of tags on these things to see how frequently they come up. And that loving marriage does not come up as frequently as malnutrition. It's things like that, you know?
And I mean,
yeah.
sounds right.
A lot of fanfic is we need to get these characters into a situation.
And sometimes the situation is malnutrition.
Shopping.
Grand Prix Final. I think I know what that's from.
Is it spelt pricks?
Yep, that's from Formula One RPF fic.
Fun pun. Oh, I complete. One of them is top surgery scars, but I read it as like the top 10 surgery scars. Like,
No, that's different.
number 10, the appendix. No.
And yeah, Christy, that's a pricks with an X.
Grand Prix.
Yeah, pre. Right. That's
Character
kind
turned
of
into a
something.
ghost.
What did I need to draw?
Shopping. I don't know. What are you doing?
No, someone told me earlier that I need to draw something. But I don't remember what it is.
Bow with otter.
I don't think that was it.
Bow with the antes that I've already forgotten. Silky.
It's your
based off of one of the
favorite
ones I read
animal.
earlier. Oh yeah, the homie wound bomb.
Wound. Yes. Who should I do that for?
Surgery scars aren't as cool anymore. So small, most of yours because keyhole surgery. Ooh, improvements in surgery have made scars less cool.
I mean, it does mean that they heal up faster, which is nice.
Which character should be hurt? Who's hurt?
Where do we begin? Always Jesse.
Always Jesse. Always.
He just looks so good scruffed up.
Luna's getting violent. Oh no. Give dreamies.
That's a weird AO3 tag. Beat him up and then have Oolong fix.
Does
Right.
Ulan know how to do first aid?
Yes, he
Okay.
does. Now, do I know how to do first aid is a different question. I don't know how to start this drawing.
Two queens getting together to maximize their joint slay, killing the president.
Healthy coping mechanisms. We'll skip over that one, I think.
Yeah,
Character needs a hug.
that's always a good one.
Evergreen prompt. Right next to pirates.
Well, that's might be relevant. I don't know.
Pirate hug.
Pirate hug.
I mean, do you have any pirates who could use a hug?
Don't think I have any pirates. Blemsh.
I've looked down at the tags and looked back up, and there's two handcuffs in this situation now.
That's always a good sign. More handcuffs, more
There are
fun.
4. Oh my. Oh dear. Oh yeah, I see the other ones. That's
Oh,
No.
right, okay. I see.
That's. I don't think they can move. I think it's gonna be a bad time if they move.
They move, I think.
yeah. This is This is just like the worst three-legged race.
There's a shuffle and slide situation going on here, I think. Juggling. Nixtober.
Right. What?
Nixtober, that's a prompt. That's a tag, I mean. Oh, we know what Jeeb's doing this October. Learning to draw
Mix.
explosions.
Cannon has been slow roasted at 225 degrees and carved for juicy bits.
Jesse hair down.
Maybe. I'm trying to figure out this, but I'm getting tired, so it might not happen today.
Science husbands.
Hmm.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't think this is happening today. Next time.
Oh, miss, I should have done
Remind me next time.
I should have done the Halloween prompt for Rose and Camp. Because there's one here which is spooky, scary lesbians. Which is a great great tag.
Just know I'm feral for Jesse Harden. I'm glad you're feral for Jesse Harden.
Oh, the top surgery scars got me again.
Dang, those top surgery scars.
Bloody clickbait. You won't believe. We really have to rank surgery scars. I mean, number one's going to be the ones you avoid, right? The null scar.
Sad gay old man. That's just the tag.
Yeah. Yeah. Your OCs. No.
I like how one of these tags is just heat stroke. And right next to it, heart attacks. Oh, here's a classic one, foyer.
The entrance to a building?
So foyer is basically ye old way of talking about enemies to lovers. It's shipping enemies and or rivals with each other.
Mm.
But that one's a bit of an older tag, or a bit of an older phrase. Haven't seen it in a while.
Oh, that kind of.
Oh, yay!
Deforestation.
Snorkel.
an interesting thing to have tagged.
Wrong chosen one, Lamau.
That's a fun one. I like that.
See, that's just a fun premise in general.
Alternate beach scene? We've gone beyond the beach, beach scene now. It's
Alternate.
the alternate.
Yeah.
Or it's just the scene that's happening on the other beach. While the other one. On the main beach, you got the main beach scene. But... this was supposed to be short and silly, but then words happen. Oh yeah, I just got cooking
The
lessons.
forced
as well.
energy.
You'll be pleased to know that there is at least one fic here in the things that are tagged deforestation that is from the Lorax.
Yes.
Or maybe not pleased to know.
There's a tag here which is just right! Exclamation mark. Which I mean, thanks for the advice.
Exactly one horny scene if I can manage to stop blushing long enough to write it.
No.
Biblical allusions.
And allusions or illusions?
Allusions.
Allusion. Oh, illusions would be better.
I mean, though, there are legitimately Bible fanfics on AO3, so...
Oh, I'm sure.
I mean, also one tag I love that's very fandom specific is for Avatar. The tag Zuko is an awkward turtle duck.
Yeah?
So I just looked down, I hadn't seen Theo's face yet. Oh, little grump.
Yeah, here's another religious-related one. Variations on ancient Egyptian religion.
Yeah. I don't claim to know how to write.
Buddy, why does top surgery scars keep coming up?
Because that's what happens with random?
I know, but it gets me every time.
I love this tag, which just says, "The employee is a horrible person."
Okay.
It's for Lethal Company, where the employee is a character, but it's just so fucking out of context. Just the employee is a horrible person. This was supposed to just be an amnesia fic. Why are spirits so involved? Again, Avatar. I've read a lot of Avatar fics. That's most of my bookmarks.
Space pirate.
Ooh, space pirate. Okay. Creative license. I feel like that's a tag that goes without saying.
Yeah, it's fanfiction.
I mean, I love everything with canon divergence. Or canon is a suggestion. Just any tag that rigs on canon.
Have a good lay down proper, miss.
Have a good lay down.
Thanks for joining in and throwing all the things at us.
Domesticity of the slightly insane.
There's there's definitely a fic about that quote. Minus.
Tag, bro is so socially unaware. But yeah, I think we're calling it a night.
That seems reasonable.
We did some drawings.
We did draw some.
Some situations.
Situations were drawn.
Save you from yourself. I'm never gonna save Theo from you.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's the last one I'm gonna the last tag I'm gonna mention is another evergreen one. Mistakes.
Yes.
Swoosh. Aha, I have transitioned away from the thing. Congrats on making this pose make sense. Yeah, I'd admire Bear's ability to draw two contortions.
I don't know how you do poses, Bear. That's some witchcraft right there. It's amazing.
Beyond.
I want to be able to do that.
Well, make sure you take your vitamins and drink your milk one day.
I will. I will also just look at Bear's art more. I think that's always a good thing to do.
Oh yeah. Can't hurt, can it? Everyone should. Because you never know. You never know what you might get at.
Yeah.
Speaking
everyone go look at Bear's art.
Everyone do that. For the exact antithesis of that experience, on Tuesday we're going back to Sherlock Holmes.
The antithesis of Bear's art is Sherlock Holmes.
I mean, to be fair, like, I don't quite know how to phrase this, but there is a metaphorical link between the interconnected, like, noodle limbs of Bear's drawings and whatever the hell's happening with the writing in that game. But,
oh, yeah.
Again, don't quite know how to explain it. There's something there.
Also, don't ever make me say antithesis again.
Antithesis is a yeah.
I don't think I've said it right. I put too many S's in there.
It is the antithesis of the apothecary.
Don't. Get out.
If I may prefer such a sentence.
You may not. You've been banished.
No. But yeah, thank you everybody for coming. I'm glad people had a nice time. And if you didn't have a nice time, I'm sorry. And I'll try better next time. E. Oh, well, I won't try better next time, because next time's Sherlock, and there's not a lot I can do about that. But you know what I mean.
You'll try better next Sunday.
Yes. I can try on Saturday. I'm really bad at fighting games, but I can try. E. Thank you. Streams
You're
coming
welcome.
up, etc. Draws. Good, happy, great week. Forthcoming. Hurrah.
Well, it's
Good
downhill
night.
from here.
It's downhill from here. Yeah. Have a good. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.